Hey everybody, and welcome to a new video on E.Stampley art, or Happy St. Patrick's Day, or at least it will be when this video has been released. And of course, with that theme in mind, I have drawn a bunch of different clovers on this black sheet of paper using these templates that I cut out and just replicated it all over the sheets. And we're going to color them in with like art crayons and markers and pencils and actual Crayola crayons, paint markers, all that kinds of stuff, different things that I've curated over the years that are obviously in the St. Patrick's Day colors, you know, your greens, your golds, a couple silvers, you know, put some more metallic colors in there and some whites, everything that would basically show up on this black paper. And with all that being said, why don't we get started, shall we? So really I'm just kind of experimenting with this piece. First of all, I thought I might just do outlines, so that's why you see me just doing outlines here at the beginning, but then I started thinking that actually coloring the spaces in would make it a little more interesting. So I was playing around with one of the Marabu Art Crayons at the top in yellow, and I colored in part of it, and then I was gonna kind of watercolor it because you can blend those crayons with water. And I just wanted to see how it turned out on the paper. It was okay. In the end, I wasn't as satisfied with how it turned out, so I didn't bother doing that with any of the other art crayons I used. And later on, I even went back after that area was dry and just colored it back in with the crayon. And this is actually a Crayola metallic marker that is made to show up on dark paper, and actually does a really, really good job. It's really bright and shiny. And then I have a bunch of crayons, Crayola crayons that some are metallic colors, some are neon colors, and so I kind of went through the pack picking obviously St. Patrick's Day colors and testing them out on a spare sheet of black paper to see actually which ones would show up. But yeah, they work really well too. But I did like essentially I did the first shamrocks that were going to be on top, and then just started kind of outlining and layering them underneath one another. So it's like kind of like a big shamrock collage on the page, essentially. I really like how a lot of the metallic colors pop out of the page, especially the golds and some of the really bright greens. They really make it look nice. It was actually kind of fun doing this piece, seeing all the different textures that were created with the different materials between, say, the art crayons, the regular kind of standard crayons, the markers, some pastel pencils, different things like that. Even got out some of my Posca markers to fill in some of the spaces, like this one. It's like a bright green teal. It's a beautiful color, especially really popping out on this black paper. So I wasn't going to initially outline all the shamrocks. I was really just going to layer the colors on top of one another. But after I finished the piece, it just felt like a blob of color on a page, and it needed that that dimension to it. So that's why I went back in and decided to outline each of the shamrocks with the black Posca marker. So to make it pop even more, I decided to take some Puffy paint that I have and outline the shamrocks that are like kind of on top of the pile. So the ones that are on top are the only ones that are going to get outlined in the Puffy paint. Just adds a different dimension to the piece, gives it a little bit more three-dimensional feel. At one point, my hand accidentally went on top. I was trying to keep it above the paint and accidentally wiped one side of one of the shamrocks I had already painted, so I had to go back over that after wiping my hand off with the paint that got on me. The biggest challenge was just like getting the pressure right of like squeezing out the Puffy paint so it would be a little more even, a little more equal as I'm making the different lines. And here we are, the finished piece. As you can see, all the metallics kind of shining through, as well as the shiny Puffy paint, which is lifted up off of the page. So yeah, it was a fun piece to work on, something different, obviously with a little bit of a limited color palette, but that was the point. Of course, some of the materials work better on the darker paper than others. The metallic markers and the shiny metallic crayons definitely pop out. Posca markers obviously do as well. So this was just like, you know, a fun, just little experimentation using different types of art materials that I have, just, you know, to play upon the St. Patrick's Day theme. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and of course if you did, please give it a nice thumbs up down below. And if you want to know about new videos when they are coming out on the channel, feel free to hit the notification bell or the red subscribe button, which should be down there somewhere. And of course, if you want to follow more of my artistic journey, you can always do so on Instagram or Twitter at E.Stampley Art. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye!